Welcome sa Math Field. Sa kaya na video, ato ang target is to give you an idea about mathematical system. So, kaning mathematical system, mo ni pinaka-focus ito karon sa kaya na video. But we have to describe it only because this is a very big na topic. Taas kini siya og scope. So, ato lang gyud siya i-describe ang iyang mga categories. Sa atong objective karong adlaw mo ni siya or sa kay video is to identify kung nasa na siya undefined term man na definition, theorem man na siya or postulate. So upat ato ang pinaka focus on ato na i-identify unsa na sila. Nya ato na siya i-describe ang atong mga parts sa mathematical system. Mo atong parts itong upat. And we have to be keen enough to identify dapat sure gid ta na mo na si plane, mo na si line, mo na si mga idea baka na mga terms kay defined term ba na siya, undefined term ba na, definition, theorem ba na, kung postulate ba na siya. So, mo na siya atong target, atong objective. So, to give you a bigger picture of what we will do now, mo na siya ang mathematical system. As you can see, ang kaning mathematical system, mo branch out ni siya into 4 categories. Mag-una ta sa undefined term. Ang kaning undefined terms, mo ni ang gitaw na to building block sa geometry. Magsugod ta diha, sunod kay ang definition, kay ang definition dinhi. And with this, we can go to postulate. Ang kaning postulate can be kung ano siya after ani ato ta sa theorems. And take note, gikan ra gini sila sa mathematical system. So nagsugod na sa mathematical system, i-branch out na into different categories. As well as kaning theorem, napunin sila siya duha ka klase. Ang corollary, which is the use another theorem na punin sila, ug ang lemma, ang helping theorem. So without further ado, let's start it. Let's start now. So again, undefined terms are the terms that do not have a formal definition. Wala gini siya formal definition. In other words, ato ra ni siyang gi-describe, ato ra ni siyang gitagaag representation, ato ra gitagaan og suggesting ideas. For example, a dot suggests a point. Mo na siya ang undefined term. By definition, actually, it's a statement, a meaning of a word, or a term or phrase. So, in comparison with the undefined term, do not have ang undefined, but the definition really have a word, a term, or a phrase. Actually, this is a combination of undefined term, ang kaning dito na tong definitions. For example, an angle, so I will use my pen here. Ang kaning angle, as you can see, it's a by definition is a figure formed by two rays. Ang kaning word na ray here is actually up dot and up line. And this is in points. So we are referring also to the word points. So these are undefined term ang naa sa iyahang definition. So the idea of angle is a combination of array or two rays and points. The next example is this kind of term, polygon, is a closed plane. Again, the word plane here belongs to undefined term. So, connecting 3 or more segments and their endpoints. So, this is the idea behind definitions because in comparison to the undefined terms, definitions are in mathematics or in geometry is a combination of undefined term in a single statement or in the one statement in a single term. Now let's proceed to the theorem. Theorem is a statement that can be proved to be true. An example for this is a right triangle congruence theorem that if you can see a right angle, all right angle are congruent. That's the idea behind this. And we can prove that all right angle is congruent. So with the word congruent here means same size, same shape. That's the idea of congruent. Then a postulate actually is assumed to be true. It's a statement. In comparison to the theorem, you have to prove that. Though it's always true, but it can be proven to be true. While postulate, it is assumed. It's assumed to be true. So we have to be more, yeah, that there are difference here. Yeah, the idea is that in the postulate, there's an assumption there that we have the idea that we can make an image on this, we can make an imagery on this, we can visualize this. For example, a plain postulate states that any 3 points can lie and make a one plane. So this plane here, this triangle here, are product of 3 points. So here, the 3 points here. So that's the idea. So we have in any direction, if we have 3 points, we can make exactly a line. A plane, by the way. It's a plane. And here, corollary is can be easily proved as a consequence of another theorem. So this is very technical. Corollary can be seen in mathematical logic. And yeah, this is consequences. The keyword here is consequences. And the lemma itself is also known as the helping theorem. So I will not expound on this because this is very technical and we will just focus actually on the concept of theorem. And corollary and lemma can be used but not all the time because can be seen in a pure mathematics. Anyways, that's the idea there. Now let's now have this one. So 7 items here. Your task is to tell whether true or false, or just write this one on your paper and write true or false before the number. And I will check that one on our class. So thank you so much for your time and watching.